Hi everyone, this is Ida with Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have been playing. Let me move some of my things. I've been playing with the Prima paper and the new one for the fall. What is it called? Autumn Sunset or something like that. I don't really recall what it is, but I will link it in the description box. And I created a card for my sister-in-law. I'm going to move these out of the way for a second. I created a card for my sister-in-law, and I don't know, I might be too close. Let me see if I can move up a little bit. Might have been too low. I hope you can see the whole thing in the shot. I created this fall card using the new Prima paper, and I think it's really pretty. Look at how pretty it is. And what I did was I had some cards that I had bought it Tuesday morning, and they were this cream color or an ivory color cardstock, and I love the color. I love the color that these are, and I haven't put a sentiment in it yet, so it's still blank, but I am going to put a sentiment in it. I layered that with some dark brown paper, and then I added like a pearlized peach, pearlized paper that I picked up that pad years ago at Joann's. So because the paper has a little bit of the peach in it, I thought it would go great with this project. And then I layered on dimension. I added the last layer, which was the Prima paper, and I love the way it looks. And I added a flower here that was gifted to me by my friend Sonia. Then I have an acrylic acorn right here that I had bought a spray of acorns, like gem-like acorns. So I just tucked one in there. Then I added all these little leaves in here. I created this little sunflower right here. And then this word fall, I think this came from Hobby Lobby last year in the bullseye spot. I usually, when I can, during the different holidays, I'll go in and see what they have, because they'll have wood veneers for whatever holiday it is. So I think this one was from there from last year. And look at how beautiful the paper is. This vine right here, I absolutely love it. This came from my friend Sonia. Also was in the box with these roses that everybody was picking up at Tuesday morning. They're stunning. They're beautiful. And then I added some of my little tiny leaves that you can see them here and there, that I picked up at Tuesday morning before they went out of business in my area. And then I added this beautiful corner that was gifted. I think it was gifted in one of the tea swaps. Somebody gifted this. They came with a bird cage. I think it's a crafter's companion die. So it was a corner die, so I added it because I wanted to add. It looked really plain in this corner, and I felt like it needed more gold foiling, so I cut it out of gold foil. And then I added the bling from last year's paper, which was Autumn Sunset. So that's the one that I put on there, and I think it ended up really, really pretty. There's the collage in the corner. These leaves also came with the sunflower die, and I did add beads right here in the center. This flower was inspired by Tanya Coleman. She doesn't do YouTube videos, but she does post on Instagram, and she posted some flowers like this made with this paper. I used this paper, but not the more plain side, because I wanted more yellow in mine. And then I added some beads right here, but they were inspired by her. If you're not following her on Instagram, she's like Dream by Tanya, and she does amazing work. She really does. And then I made this leaf right here with one of my dies in the peach, and I did distress it with some brown on the edges, but it's that pearlized peach that's back here. You can hardly see it, but it's back there. Anyway, this is the card that I created. I'm probably going to add a pocket to this, because I think I'm going to gift it to my sister-in-law. As you all know, that one of my brothers passed away, and you know, when a spouse passes away, especially, you know, someone that brings income to the family, I think that it puts a strain on the family. So I wanted to gift her a gift card for Thanksgiving that could help her with her groceries and stuff. But I wanted to make her a pretty card to go along with it. So that's why I created this. And then I was watching Miss Carol Herlock. and she bought some wooden Dollar Tree pumpkins, and they're pretty big. She bought pumpkins and leaves, and she altered them with some beautiful, and I believe it was the Prima paper, the fall one again. And she did an amazing job. If you guys haven't watched her, her name is Carol Herlock. I will link that video in the description box. And she altered some nice size wooden pumpkins that she bought at the Dollar Tree and leaves. So this was inspired by her, but these are the small pumpkins. I hauled these a while back from Target, and they are wooden and they're stickers. So it's still on acetate because it is a sticker. And then I did do some gold foiling, not gold, it's like an autumn type of flakes. It's got all the colors of autumn. That was gifted to me by my friend Nisha, so I did some foiling on the edges. And this is just a table scatter of a leaf, a little flower, a little rose die. I wanted to do like an ivy, because an ivy I think is very similar to the way the vines and the leaves are on pumpkins, but I don't have one. So I had to settle for the rose one, but I think it's real pretty. And then I added a little bow out of that gold bejeweled yarn that I had picked up in Hobby Lobby, and with my alcohol marker I just colored the stem brown. So the only thing that has paper is this center oval right here in the center of the pumpkin, and it is up on dimension, and I did curl the sides down a little bit to give it that kind of round effect. So that's one of the pumpkins, and they're all pretty similar. There's another one. This one has a butterfly on it. I lifted the color that it was, and I just did some foiling here and there. And then I made this one, which is another shape that's in there. And this one I did add 3 ovals, but I only put dimension on one of them, the center one. The other ones are stuck right to the wooden pumpkin. But I think they ended up really pretty. These are amazing embellishments to go on little 3x3 cards or on tags, or even a greeting card or anything like that. So that one's another one, again with the fall paper. And then there's this one right here. I mean, you could add autumn here or fall, because I do have some small word beads, but I wanted the recipient to be able to put whatever they want. And I keep saying recipient, guys, and you should see my counter. It's packed of just things that I've created and I haven't put together to ship them to someone, anyone, because I have a lot of people that I need to send Happy Mail to, and it's just piling. So hopefully I'll send these out before this season's over. So these are some of the pumpkins that I created. And then I created some bows. And the bows, how I made the bows, I wanted them to match pretty close to the card. So I cut up one of the cards from the packaging, because I love that color. And it looks like it's the autumn paper, but it's not. What I did was I embossed it with a leaf embossing folder, and I didn't bring it with me, guys, but I will link everything or something similar in the description box. I embossed it with some leaves, and then I added with my my glue pen, my Heidi Swapp glue marker for the flakes. These are the flakes that I use right here, and they are the Harvest Moon gilding flakes. So these are the ones that I use, and I'll see if they have them, and I'll link these. And then of course I needed this little brush, because once you get your flakes where you need them, you kind of want to burnish them in and just brush off the excess with the little stiff stippling brush. But anyway, it's not printed paper. I just embossed it. I added the glue to the raised areas on the leaf, and I added the gilding flakes, and then the top is the designer paper, and then I added the peach right there around the center band to go around the bow. But that's all this is, just embossed and gilding flakes. Yeah, how pretty they look. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then in this one, I added some of that gold trim right here, just kind of looped it around my fingers to add another something different to the bow, but I think it looks good with or without. So sometimes I like just a clean finish like that, so I didn't do any more like that. I decided to leave them really clean. So those are the bows that I created to go along with these in this little projects I'm making here. And then my niece made me crocheted me some pumpkins. Here's some little bitty ones that she crocheted for me. Look at how pretty those are. Look at this little tiny one. Is that pretty or what? She crocheted this one for me, and then this one's a little bit bigger in this burgundy color. And then she did this green one for me, and they're really snug and tight, and I love the way you can see the sections in the pumpkin. So she made those for me. I don't celebrate Halloween, guys. It's a personal thing between me and the Lord. Anybody that does, that's between you. You know, I don't judge anybody for that. This is just my personal walk with the Lord, and I choose not to do it. But of course, fall and harvest, yes. So, and then she created this one. She crocheted, no, this one was not crocheted. This one was knitted. She used those two needles. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. And she made the sections where some of them had like a braid on them and some didn't. Then, you know, it alternates the braided and then the knot and then the braided. And I added a piece of lace that was gifted to me by my friend Jackie. Look at how pretty it looks, and it's the pumpkin is taupe, and the lace applique that I put on here is like a cream colored, and it does have that taupe edge on it, so I think it matched perfectly. I added a flower, some berries, some of that trim, rose gold trim. I try to tuck it here and there. I love the way it brings that little extra sparkle to things. Then I added the dark green moss leaf. I love the contrast between the lighter colors and then you get something that's really deep. I like the way that looks. I added a little pine cone, some more berries. Here's another piece of that. The applique, I kind of cut it up and positioned it where I wanted it. And then this little stick pin was created by my sister, and she gifted it to me, and it's got a little cross hanging from it. And I just kind of stuck it in here. In the pumpkin. So this would be a great stick pin cushion for the fall, but I love the way this ended up looking. I think it's really pretty. Anyway, guys, this is what I created, and I hope that you like what I created, and I hope that you try to create these things. If I had to pick a favorite, I would say the foiling that's on these bows. I really like the way it's got all the colors of fall in it. Let me see if I can choose one. You can probably see this one a little bit more clear. See the leaf, the veining right there on the leaf. I absolutely love the way these came out. But I hope that you try them. You know, it's really, you know, it's a little tedious when you're trying to do them, but the results are really nice. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. And I know I have been slacking as far as my videos go. Hopefully I'll correct that here soon. Get back on the ball here. We do have the reveals for the Secret Santa coming up. So I'm getting excited about that. I have received several of the swaps already. But I don't want to air any of them until in November. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. And I did do the drawing already for the giveaway for the Prima collaboration. So make sure to check it out, see if you're the winner or not. Thanks for watching. Bye.